Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another absolute banger of a war video. The Annihilus boss fight war was my favorite war of the season so far, and this one rivals that. Arguably, this one's better because I have more fights, but that Annihilus one, it's going to hold a special place in my heart for a while. But as you can see right here, we're taking on a Mojo boss. I told you guys we'd get some Mojo boss action, and Taters, man, he's the homie. He delivered. So, yeah, stay tuned for this final fight. You're not going to want to miss it. But let's get started from the beginning, of course. So, unfortunately, my first two fights of this war did not record. It was a Domino and then an Iron Man Infinity War on path number 3 here. Not sure what happened. I thought I was recording. Kind of annoying, but I got 10 fights total this war, so at least it was a good war to not have some of the fights record I guess. But they both went really well. The first two fights went really well. They're pretty easy. And then next up here we have Blade. Now this fight I was a little bit worried about just because I really don't like fighting Blade. And this node has limber, so I have to be very careful to not get parried or something. So that's my last parry that I'm going to use. I'm not going to try to use another one, I don't think. And I pretty much just, rely on my intercepting in this fight. I fight Blade a lot in Arena with Omega Red, actually, or I used to. And I could never get the heavy spacing. I'd always try to, heavy counter, right in the middle of his heavy. But if you just wait and then dash back, he'll come to you actually, and then you can drop the heavy. So I did that a couple times, and yeah, he went down. That fight went a lot better than what I was expecting. And then I get a taxi right away to the mini boss that I was taking here, so that was great. And it's a Corvus 6-star rank 3. So I pulled up here and I was like, looking at that health, I'm like, whoa, this dude is chunky. And yeah, I put on a 10% boost for my first fights, and I was like, I gotta increase this. This is a chunky 6-star rank 3 Corvus. I'm a little worried. This guy he's huge. So I even buy a little attack boost just to help me out. And I'm like, that's not enough. I'm gonna put on a 20% boost too. Kind of waste the 10% one. I could have just used a 20% one from the start, but whatever. Currently, where it stands right now is, we got pushed out of the top 3, but we still have a shot at making it if everything goes our way. It's unlikely, but it's possible, so we're still trying. And the alliance that we're facing here is BRJP, and they're actually pretty good. So yeah, we really got to go hard if we want to secure that top 3 spot, if we even want a chance at it. So in this fight, you're going to see me pretty much just play super slow. I'm not going to go for any kind of fancy intercepts or anything. I'm not going to try to punish anything. I'm just going to take it slow and steady, man. Slow and steady, pretty much only using heavy attacks. Right here, this is the sketchiest part of the fight. I missed the first part on countering Corvus's heavy. I was like, oh, but then the second part connected. I was like, okay, we're good. Because if I got hit by this guy, I'd probably be dead. 6-star rank 3, guaranteed crits. I didn't want to find out. So yeah, we're just going to keep on parry heavy. Just play extremely slow, man. Slow and steady will win us this race. And yeah, my scores started to fall off a little bit here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my special 2. I didn't want to get pushed to a special 3. I want to get my death field back up. That's going to help me just do some more damage as well. Right here they fall off again, so I'm going to do a combo just to get them back on, and then go for a parry, and then heavy. And they're back on here, and we're looking pretty good. And now it's actually a great part of this fight. So Corvus, because he's immortal, I actually get to heal from my spores, and then he dies. So a little bit of life steal, I'll take that. So that fight went great. 40 hits, playing it super slow, played it very safe, and it went good. So that was about 3 o'clock p.m. Now, for the whole day, I went to kind of like a backyard party type deal, and was having some drinks, some pina coladas. They're pretty good. And so I had a few of those, and then I was like, all right, I better not have any more because I still got to do war. So I see the messages, we're clearing, and they're like, Lagacy, can you go right now? I'm like, yeah, I can sneak off to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. All my fights are pretty much ready to go. So I boost up here, and first up we got a Mole Man. I did like one duel on a Mole Man like earlier in the day while I was just chilling. I was a little bit worried about this fight, but once I got 10 spores, Mole Man actually can't shrug off my debuffs, so I can parry heavy him, and yeah, so once I get to that point, this fight is much easier, and this Mole Man is just dropping. We got Siphon to worry about, but it's not that big of a deal. I am going to block his special one here. I was trying to just not get him to even throw specials, but he threw that one, but it's fine. I'm going to go for another special one here. Don't get the regen here, because he's not a Corvus, but that fight went great. That fight went really great, and I believe I put on a combat regen, so that's just going to take me through some of these next fights too. So we got a Wasp up next, and again, pretty simple stuff. Siphon doesn't apply to Wasps, so that's great. So yeah, we're just gonna, I just wanted to be a little bit careful about her evading, because I didn't want to get the shock on me, because who knows how much damage that's going to do. So I'm just doing like 2-hit combos. Bait out the special one right here, so now she can't evade. While that little timer above me is going, she won't evade. And that timer triggers after special ones and heavy attacks. So yeah, we actually heal up to nearly a full yellow bar, pretty darn close. And quick fight, so I'm able to get to the next fight with the boost active. So this next fight here, I was actually a little bit worried about this one. It's a Night Monkey or Stealth Spidey, and I really hate fighting him. Really hate fighting him. He's one of those champions that like I struggle to fight against. You know, everybody has one. Sometimes it's an obscure champ like this. His animation, they're crazy, and I just don't like him. I try to hit by the heavy. And then right here he goes unblockable. So now notice right here what I do. I hold my block, even though he's unblockable. And now that might seem like a dumb thing to do, but that's actually a method that I've just picked up in my literal years of playing this game, that after I get hit by a combo, no matter what, I hold my block, even if they're unblockable. Because 95% of the time, in my experience, they throw a heavy after that. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. And it worked right there. Proven in war. It might seem kind of dumb, but it works. And it worked for me there. So a little bit of a sketchy fight, but it's all good. Gonna heal up a little bit here, going into this next fight. So we have a Ghost with Siphon. It's better than Flow, because Ghost is actually a good Flow defender. Man, Ghost, just what a defender, you know, getting all these, working with all these tactics. So I'm gonna use a couple little potions to heal Omega Red up. And so we got Safeguard here, so that's why I was assigned this fight with Omega Red, you know, whereas we got like other people with other champs that can do a lot of damage here, but you know, it's Safeguard, so you can only do 1% per hit. But Omega Red, you know, with his spores, he can do a lot more than that. Right there at the start, that was really what I did not want. She phased my degen, and then I lost all my spores. Now I'm getting into this loop of her special ones. Finally get my degen back up, and right here I need her to throw the special. Thankfully she does, so that my degen stays on her and my spores stay active. Right there, I wasn't feeling the parry, so I dexed. And again, remember, I'm in the bathroom doing all this right now. So yeah, right here she does a heavy attack, and I never really heavy countered Ghost with Omega Red, but I've played Ghost so much that I know her spacing on her heavy is pretty short, so I knew that could reach. And everything's going really great so far. We've gotten to this loop where she's throwing her special ones. While she has the crit passive above us right up there, she can't phase through our degen, so that's great. Right there, it fell off, so she did phase through it, but that's okay. We reactivate another one, still got a lot of spores active. She throws her special too, that's fine. We're looking pretty good. This is my last Omega Red fight of the war, so I'm not too concerned about my health or any kind of block damage. So yeah, the fight went good. It was a little slow, just playing it pretty safe, but yeah, that fight went smashingly well. Now we get to the big fights here. So now it's finally time for Magik. We've used Omega Red for every single fight so far. Now it's time for Magik to shine. So I was a little bit worried about this fight. Last war, we took this fight, we locked it down. We took some block damage though, and I don't know, this war, I was just, you know, this war is extremely close at this time. I'll show you guys a screenshot after. I think it was like 11 to 12. We had 12 deaths, they had 11, so we were actually losing. So I was really trying not to die. I was also trying to redeem myself for that one really bad war. You know, I'm a little buzzed too, and I don't want to die. I don't want alcohol to be the reason for a death either. So I'm really just trying to focus and kick some butt here. So I put on invulnerability boost, just to be safe. Just to be safe. So with that invulnerability boost, it kind of just gives me confidence, you know, just to play as aggressive as I want. Right there, I just did a draft back intercept in the middle of the screen. I don't care. Like, if I get hit, it's fine, because we have that indestructible boost. So I'm not worried at all. We also have the Mystic boost active, so watch this, dude. My power. We got used 2 bars, got 2 bars right back. Used 2 bars, got 2 bars right back. Like, holy crap, man. Those Mystic boosts are so strong, the 200% ones while being boosted. We just... Why was I worried, man? Oh my god, we shredded that fight. So I had to wait for the mini bosses to go down. Bryn and Taters taking them down for me. Shout out to those guys. Now the Mojo boss is open right there. Made sure I was recording because, yeah, I really want this to be recorded if I get the solo. If I don't get the solo, then I'm like, all right, well, I don't care if it's recorded or not. But, you know, of course, I still want it to be recorded so I can upload it. But so I'm going to heal up my Magik here. And this is where a lot of my item usage came from. Just using some smaller potions here. I was like, I want to get her to full, but I don't want to use a big potion. So I'm like, how many of these little ones is it going to take? I just decided to go for more level 2. This is close enough. And so, again, this war is extremely close. So, and, you know, I really want to redeem myself for that 3-death war. So I'm going to try my best here. So advanced power boost on. I did some duels. I changed my masteries. I only have half suicides on, and I took off dexterity at this point. And I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. So we're gonna start the fight. I see that I have limbo, so I get hit 2 times, the B-Manny strategy. And without dexterity, you kind of have to anticipate his heavy attack. So I feel like I was doing a pretty good job of that. We get some really nice crits on that first special 2. Right here, I'm looking for the Intercept. Missed it on the first one, nailed it on the second one, and boom. Now we have him locked against his wall. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want. We got him locked down, and now we can just start intercepting him. We had a little bit of a rough start. You see right there, he didn't go for the intercept, but I was very quick to my block, so I didn't get punished. Right there again, he doesn't go for my intercept, but again, I am extremely fast to my block, and I don't get hit. That kind of scared me. At the start of this fight, I was very nervous, but then I get to a point where I just get in the rhythm. And once I'm in that rhythm, man, it's just, I feel like I'm just like attuned to the fight, where I just like, I'm literally like, I'm the one fighting. Like, I'm literally, my foot is kicking Mojo in the face. Like, I know what Mojo's gonna do. I'm in his head. Like, I know what he's gonna go for. It's just, it's very weird. I sound very weird right now. But like, with my intercepts, sometimes I was going for medium intercepts, sometimes I was going for light intercepts. Like, I felt like I knew what would work and what wouldn't. Right here, I'm just nailing these light intercepts. Everything's going very well right now. At this point, you know, I was a little bit worried. I looked at the time, and I looked at his health, and I'm like, whoa, I'm halfway on both. Okay, let's just keep doing what we're doing. You know, we're doing good. Let's just keep it up. Try not to worry about, like, timing out or anything. Keep these light intercepts going. I noticed my damage is just, like, not there. So one thing I was kind of starting to worry about was I don't have any synergies. Most of the Mojo boss fights you see with Magik, they have either Warlock or Morningstar or a combination of them on the team, giving Magik a synergy, which increases her damage on her special 2s greatly, which is her main source of damage output. And I didn't have any of those, so I was a little bit worried. But right there, you know, we hit a good crit. I'm looking at the time, looking at his health. Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine. So go for another special 2 here, and he's almost done. I'm looking at his health, 4%. Go for the medium intercept right there. It works. I just felt like I knew it would work. And then right here, get a blocked hit, get pushed to 2 bars, let him come at me, drop the special 2, and boom. 160 hits, 30 seconds left. Oh my god, that felt so good. I don't know if people heard me in the bathroom shouting or not, but oh my god, dude, I'm so hyped. Yes! Oh, that felt so good. I feel like that really redeemed myself for that one war where we died 3 times. I feel like this kind of just redeemed that. And yeah, it felt great. So this was the score at that point in the war after I defeated the boss. So literally we're losing by 1. Like, it is so close. So that's our battle group cleared. We still had, and BG2 had cleared as well. We're BG3. So BG1 still had to clear. And I went to bed, and this was pretty much the same score. So I woke up. Let's go see what I woke up to. Alright guys, so as you can see here, 1 defender kill and 10 attacker kills. And freaking Dreamin had 11. Ridiculous. So, if we come to the history, we won the war. Super close. You know, when I woke up, I didn't know what I was going to be waking up to. I actually woke up super early. I went to bed at probably 5:30 in the morning. And I woke up at noon. And normally, I sleep a lot longer than that. I wanted to know. That's probably why I woke up. I couldn't sleep. I had to know. And so we finished with 14 deaths, and they had 19. So super close war, man. But we ended up pulling through. So that was awesome. It felt really great to wake up to that. So Dreamin here was the #1 MVP. I was #2. We got One Punch Man at #3. And so it's actually pretty cool. So I was actually awarded my first player card of the season, a silver player card. So that's really cool. It's just a really cool thing that we do every single war, and I think everyone's going to be getting one at the end of the season. But yeah, there's my Magik sticking her blade into Mojo for the boss KO solo. So yeah, that's I want to show you guys. It's pretty cool. So now let's take a look at the stats. So we kind of redeemed ourselves after that, you know. Taters even said that he's you didn't have to, there was nothing to redeem, man, but you did. He's just Taters, man. He's great. He's always so supportive, especially when I kill the final boss. Yeah, so we went from 40 kills to 50 kills. So that's great. We're still at 3 deaths, of course. I mean, it's good. It didn't go up. It couldn't go down. So I mean, that's as good as it's gonna get now. So hopefully I can finish the season with only 3. We're at 94% solo rate. I know some of you guys were asking what do all these numbers mean, so I'll try to explain it a bit more. So the TDR here is a 63.12, so I think that's the true difficulty rating. And then the SR bonus is the solo rate bonus, so you get more points for soloing your fights, and you get more points for how many fights you do and how hard they are. And then the power rating is, I'm not sure how that's added together or how you get that number, but it's basically just how good you are doing in the war season. You know, however high that number is, the higher the better. You know, whoever has the highest is doing the best in that season. You know, that sort of thing. And then the TDR per fight is just a difficulty based on how difficult your fights are taking, an average for all the fights you've taken so far. And 1.2 is pretty difficult. 1.3 is extremely difficult. And I'm at a 1.24. Taking bosses really increases that, but because I took so many fights that war, that kind of averaged it out a bit more. So it just stayed at a 1.24. So, and we moved up to 5th in BG3, so in power rating. So, you know, it's still really good. I'm pretty happy with this. That was my best war of the season stats-wise. And that brings us to 2 boss solos for the season. 2 and 1. The torch one doesn't really count, but it still does. But yeah, so we sold Annihilus and Mojo. Super proud of both of those, man. Really, really proud of those. It just feels so good. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. Real quick, though. We're facing NY right now in the current war, and there's a chance that we can make top 3. As you guys can see right now, it says we're #1, but we're technically 4th because there's these alliances above us. So New Nation here has to lose their war, and we have to win our war. But even doing that won't push us to 3rd place. We have to either verse an alliance that leaves some nodes up, or New End has to not finish, which isn't gonna happen. So it's or one of the top 3 has to get docked or something like that, and then we can take their spot. So something like that has to happen. So it's gonna be, there's a very small chance of us making top 3, but there is a chance nonetheless. So you know, I'm gonna keep hoping till those rewards come into our inbox. So yeah. That's gonna do for this war. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like for that Mojo boss kill solo with Magik. Pretty dope. And yeah, we got one more award left of the season, guys. This has been a really fun series to make. So yeah, I'm really excited. And then we got the rewards. That's gonna be dope to open up. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you would like to see more. You're not gonna want to miss the conclusion to the series and maybe a future installment. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.